Concept of a database. Database implies that organizing the data in a manner which helps to store and retrieve a large amount of data efficiently. The database concept is one of the oldest ways to maintain records in a conventional file-oriented data collection system. Computerized data collection and manipulation systems have replaced the conventional record-keeping systems by using application programs. The various components of the computerized database system have a logical relationship that helps in accessing data easily. A collection of programs required to store and retrieve data from a database is called Database Management System, DBMS. Types of databases. There are mainly two types of databases. Flat file database. It is a type of database that contains records having small number of fields without any structured relationship between them. The most popular example of flat file database is MS Excel 2010. Relational database. It is a type of database that stores data in several tables and links those tables together to get a common piece of information. Commonly used relational database systems are Microsoft Access, Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle, etc. Advantages of a database system. A database system has many benefits. Some of the important benefits or advantages are: it minimizes the duplication of data by integrating and sharing the data files. It saves the storage space. All the users are provided with some access rights or privileges and permissions. The files can be easily updated whenever any changes are being made.
Structure of a database.
Data is stored in the table of a database as shown in below diagram. Fields: registration number, name, father's name, date of birth, class. Records: registration number 187/11, name Krishnakant, father's name Mr. K.S. Kant, date of birth 15/08/2007, class 8. 156/12, Rishi Sharma, Mr. N.K. Sharma, 22/10/2008, 9. 194/11, Suraj Patel, Mr. G.S. Patel, 16/04/2008, 9. 123/12, Priyansh Sagar, Mr. P.K. Sagar, 18/06/2007, 8. The commonly used terms of the relational database are: table. It is a group of related data organized in columns and rows in a database. The columns contain a number of headings such as registration number, name, father's name, date of birth, class, etc. These are known as fields. A set of values for the fields is called a record. Record is one row of the table. Primary key. It is a unique field by which the records are uniquely identified in a table. A table can have only one primary key. For example, in a student's record, the registration number can be called a primary key. Query. A query is the most powerful object of database. It helps you to retrieve information from a table based on some criteria or condition. You can ask, find and retrieve data from the database just by creating and running the query. Report. The final result of the manipulated data that comes from tables or queries in DBMS is known as a report. A report is a database object that is specially designed to display or print the data in the formatted way. Form. When a query runs, the database system retrieves the information from the table and makes it available to the user through form. It also provides a user interface to enter, edit, and view information. MS Access 2010. MS Access is a powerful and easy to use relational database management system which is a part of MS Office suite. It provides handy tools that help in operating, maintaining, and manipulating the records more effectively. It is one of the most popular RDBMS relational database management system. It prevents the duplicity of data. It allows you to add, delete, modify, and update the records in a database by establishing a relationship between the tables. To start MS Access 2010, click on Start, All Programs, Microsoft Office, Microsoft Access 2010. This will open MS Access window. Components of MS Access 2010. MS Access 2010 has the following components: Quick Access Toolbar, Title Bar, Ribbon, Objects tabs, Navigation pane, Work area, Navigation buttons. Quick Access Toolbar. It is a small strip present at the top left corner of the MS Access 2010 window. It contains 4 buttons named Application, Save, Undo and Redo. Title Bar. It is the topmost bar of the MS Access window that displays the name of the currently opened database. Ribbon. It is a long bar present below the title bar. It divided into different tabs such as File, Home, Create, etc. These tabs are further divided into groups. These groups contain various commands of MS Access 2010. Navigation pane. This pane is present on the left side of the Access window. It displays the names of the objects used in the database such as table, query, form, etc. Navigation buttons. These buttons helps in navigating through the records. Work area. It is the area where we add the records to the different fields in the table. Objects tabs. The objects such as tables, queries, and forms that we open in the database are present in the form of tabs under the ribbon. Creating a database. There are 2 ways to create a database. Creating a blank database. To create a blank database, follow these steps.
Step 1. Click on the File tab and select New option. Step 2. Click on the blank database and then click on the Create button.
A new database will be created with the name Database 1 along with an empty table named Table 1. Creating a database using templates. Step 1. Click on Microsoft Access 2010 button. Step 2. Select the Sample Templates category under the Available Templates. Step 3. Select any template from the available list. Step 4. Click on the Create button. Opening an existing database. To open an existing database, follow these steps. Step 1. Click on Open option from the File tab. The Open dialog box will appear. Step 2. Select the required database from the Open dialog box and click on Open button. The selected database gets opened. Closing database. Select the Close database option from the File tab to close the current database. Data types in MS Access 2010. The data types are used to declare the type of the fields in the database. MS Access 2010 provides the following data types. Data type, description, text. It is used to store text. It can have maximum of 255 characters. It cannot be used for numeric calculations. Memo. It is used to store large amount of text or a combination of text and number. It stores up to 65,536 characters. Number. It is used to enter numerical values and perform numerical calculations. The maximum size of the number field is 16 bytes. Auto number. It stores a sequential number automatically for every record added to a table. The maximum size of the field is 4 bytes. Date/time. It is used to store the information like date of birth, date of joining, etc. The maximum size of the field is 8 bytes. Yes/no. It is used in places where the fields can have Boolean value. It can be either true T or false F. OL. Object linking and embedding. It is used to embed an object created in another application such as MS Word, MS Excel, or MS PowerPoint. The maximum size of the field is 2 bytes. Hyperlink. It is used to store the links to web pages, websites, files, etc. The maximum size of the field is 1 GB. Lookup wizard. A lookup wizard helps you to create a field whose values are chosen from the values in another table, query, or list of values. By default, Access sets the lookup fields to the number data types. Currency. It is used to store currency values. Attachment. It is used to store attached images, spreadsheet files, documents, charts, and types of views in MS Access. There are two types of views in MS Access. Data sheet view. It is the default view of the table. It shows all the fields and the records as entered by the user. In this view, you can edit the content of the table. Design view. In this view, the records are not visible. You can only see the field names along with their data types. You can add or delete a field name. The design view window is divided into two parts. Field grid pane. It is used to define the field names and their data types. Field properties pane. It is used to set the properties for the fields defined in the table. Rules for writing a field name in MS Access. Following rules you should remember while writing field names. The field name can be up to 64 characters long. It can include any combination of letters, numbers, spaces, and special characters except a period, an exclamation mark, an accent grave, and brackets. It cannot begin with the leading spaces. It cannot include a double quotation mark. Creating a table. Table can be created in two ways, using Design View and Datasheet View. Let us create a table using Design View. Creating a table using Design View. In this view, you can define fields which are to be included in the table. You can simultaneously define properties of these fields also. To create table in Design View, follow these steps. Step 1. Click on Table command from Tables group under Create tab. This will create a new table as Table 1 in the database. Step 2. Click on View command from Views group under Home tab. Step 3. From the drop-down list that opens, click on Design View. This will open Save As dialog box. Step 4. Enter name for your table in Table Name text box. Step 5. Click on OK button. This will open a blank table in the Design View. The table is divided into 3 columns. Field name. Used to enter name of the field to be displayed as column heading in the table. Data type. Used to define the type of data that can be entered in that field. The commonly used data types in Access are text, number, date/time, currency, auto number, yes/no, etc. Description. Used to give additional comments or information to the user while entering data. The entry in this field is optional. By default, Access names the first field as ID and assigns it as a primary key. The default data type for the primary key field is auto number. Enter the names of the fields and assign suitable data types. To move between columns and insert new fields at the end, press Tab key. The detailed properties of each field can be defined in the Field Properties pane according to the rules for writing a field name discussed earlier. Setting field properties. Step 1. Click on the field name for which you want to set the properties. Step 2. Set the properties of all the fields as required. Adding a record. Step 1. Open the required table in Datasheet view from the navigation pane. Step 2. Place the pointer where you want to add the new record. Editing a record. Step 1. Open the required table in Datasheet view. Step 2. Double-click on the record which you want to edit. Deleting a record. Step 1. Open the required table in Datesheet view. Step 2. Select the record which you want to delete. Step 3. Right-click and select the Delete Record option. Sorting the records in a table. Step 1. Select the field which you want to sort. Step 2. Click on the drop-down next to the field name. Step 3. Choose whether to sort the data A to Z ascending order or A to Z descending order. The data gets sorted. Exiting MS Access 2010. Step 1. Click on File tab. Step 2. Click on Close Database. It closes the database currently opened. Step 3. Click on File tab again. Step 4. Click on Exit option. Forms in MS Access. Forms are used to add, edit and display data from the tables in a user-friendly manner. While creating a form, you can choose the fields to be displayed and how you want to display them. By creating forms, you can make your database more user-friendly for those who edit and enter the records. The three main views in which a form can be displayed are: Form view is used to enter, edit and view data. Design view is used to adjust the design of your form. It gives you a more detailed view of the structure of a form, such as header, detail, and footer sections. Layout view is used to change the appearance and size of various controls of a form. Creating a form. To create a form, follow these steps. Step 1. Click Form command in the Forms group under the Create tab. Step 2. The form design window appears and the form is opened in the Layout view. Step 3. By default, the form contains all the field labels from the table and corresponding text boxes. Step 4. Using various commands in the header/footer group on the Design tab, you can improve the appearance of your form. A. Logo command is used to place the image of the company/organization. B. Title command is used to edit the title of the form. C. Date and time command is used to display the date and time in the desired format on the form. Step 5. Click on the drop-down arrow of Themes command under Design tab. A list of themes appears. Step 6. Select a theme from the list. Step 7. Save the form by clicking on the Save button in the Quick Access toolbar. Step 8. The Save As dialog box will appear. Type the name of the form and click OK button. Step 9. Click on the Form View button at the bottom right of the Form Design window to see the form. Types of forms. The different types of basic forms in MS Access are multiple items. In this form, you will see multiple records at the same time. Data sheet. This form just looks like a regular data sheet, but it is actually a form. It is useful when you want to show a data sheet on a subform. Split form. This form shows two parts. The upper part shows the form and the lower part shows the database for the table. Modal dialog. It is useful in creating navigational menu systems. It looks like a dialog box. You can select a type of form needed by clicking on More Forms command of Forms group under the Create tab. Viewing the records. You can observe navigation bar at the bottom of the form window. The navigation bar helps in scrolling between the records. It also displays the location of the selected record in the table as well as total number of records in the table. The first record and last record buttons help to quickly move to the first and the last records respectively of the table. You can also search for a particular record in the table by entering the keywords in the search text box. Formatting a form. You can change the appearance of the form by using various options available on the Design and Format tabs. Using Design tab. You can add logo and title to your form by making use of logo and title commands present under the header/footer group in the Design tab. Using Format tab. You can change the font size, color and alignment of labels, add a background image to the form, change the color of the shapes, etc. using various commands present on the Format tab. Queries in MS Access. A query is the most important feature provided by MS Access 2010, which can give you information that you might not be able to find by looking at the table directly. Using a query, you can search or compile data from one or more tables in a database by giving specific search conditions so that you are able to view the exact data that you want. You can then review, add, change, or delete data from your database. Access allows you to create or build a query and save it in the database so that you can run it multiple times. Structured Query Language (SQL) is a computer language for relational database and data manipulation, which is used to insert, update, and modify data. Types of queries. The different types of queries in MS Access are: Select Query. It retrieves data from one or more tables. It displays the record in a data sheet to group data and to calculate sum, count, average, etc. Parameter Query. It is a type of select query which prompts you for the input before it runs. The query then uses the input as the criteria that controls the result. Action Query. It creates a new table or alters your data by adding, deleting, updating, and appending data from it. Cross-tab Query. It is a query that uses a row headings and column headings so that you can see your data in terms of two categories at once. Setting up relationship. Relationships are links that associate a field in one table with the same field in another table. A relationship works by matching a field with the same name in both the tables. The matching fields are the primary key from one table that uniquely identifies each record in a table. A foreign key is a column in one table that must match the primary key of another table. To create a relationship, create two tables. Table named Table 2 that holds general information about the students such as their roll number, name, father's name, address, etc. Table named Table 3 that holds information about roll number, marks, percentage, grade, etc. To define relationship between the two tables, follow these steps. Step 1. Click on the Relationships command from Relationships group under Database Tools tab. Step 2. The Show Table dialog box will open. Click on the Add button. The selected table will appear in the Relationship window. Step 3. Click and hold on the primary key field of one table. Step 4. Drag the mouse pointer to the common field in the other table and release the mouse button. Step 5. This will open Edit Relationships dialog box. Click on the Create button. This will create a line or relationship between the related fields of the two tables. Creating a query. To create a query, follow these steps. Step 1. Click on Query Design command from Queries group under Create tab. Step 2. The Show Table dialog box will open in the Relationship pane. Step 3. Add the field's name to the query window and specify the criteria. The parameters of the design grid in the bottom part of the query window are: Field. It is the first row of the design grid that displays the selected field names from the table. Table. It displays the name of the existing tables in the Relationship window. Show. This means that the field with the check mark will be displayed in the result and the fields with an unchecked mark will not be displayed when the query runs. Sort. It displays the data in either descending or ascending order during the runtime. Criteria. This displays the condition on the basis of which the records will be filtered and displayed in the query output. Or. It is used to set multiple conditions in a query. After creating the query, we need to run the query by clicking on the Run button. The related records of the query will be displayed in the datasheet view. Reports in MS Access. A report in MS Access is a feature which allows you to organize and present your data in a user-friendly format so that it can be printed. The 4 new tabs that appear on the ribbon of the report window are Design, Arrange, Format, and Page Setup. Creating a report. To create a report, follow these steps. Step 1. Open the table such as Table 2 or Table 3. Step 2. Click on the Report command from Reports group under Create tab. Step 3. The report of the table which is open will be created. Printing a report. To print a report, follow these steps. Step 1. Click on the File tab. Step 2. Choose the Print option. Step 3. Choose the Print Preview option. This view displays how the report will appear on a page. It also allows you to choose the page orientation and page setup. Step 4. Click on Print button to print the report. The Print dialog box appears. Step 5. Select the appropriate printer and click on OK button.